Hi friends, I am making this video because we've been talking so much about doing different kinds of science experiments, and I feel that even though we've been sharing these experiments and things like that, I think that it's been a little bit overwhelming. I think that a lot of us as parents and as people who are still, especially ones that are trying to work, but not only, uh, it's stressful and it feels like a lot to be able to address our own work and be a parent to our children, and then also focus on, trying to do any kind of enrichment activities and stuff like that. I mean, that's why we so often do things like bring them to parkour or violin or piano or gymnastics or whatever it is, whatever activities it is that we sign our children up for, is so that they're able to have that enrichment without us having to do all of it. And right now we are in a situation where we are. So I wanted to just showcase this science experiment that we've been doing, and I've been doing it with my own children and also able to do it with my students who are 3, 4, and 5 years old. And the reason that I want to showcase this one is because it is so easy. It is so simple, and I want to show you that these science experiments don't have to be complicated, and they don't have to be costly, and they don't have to require a whole bunch of ingredients. So this experiment required 2 eggs, which I have chickens, so I got 2 brown eggs from the chicken coop. It required 2 jars, and it required about 2 cups of vinegar. We also did a little bit of pepper, just because that's what they were interested in. It didn't require it. So what we did is we put a cup of vinegar in 2 repurposed jars. These are old pasta jars. And we put a cup of vinegar in each jar, and we put 1 brown egg in each jar. The students, my 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, were totally sure that these eggs were going to change color. And I think it's because we're close to Easter. So we're talking about dyeing eggs. They were so sure that these eggs were going to change color. So we put the white vinegar in, and then we decided to add pepper as a variable to one of them because we wanted to see if it was going to change the color that it changed our eggs. That was it. I mean, that was completely student-led that they chose to add this pepper. And I didn't tell them what was going to happen. I asked. I said, what do you think's going to happen? And they told me. And I said, why do you think that? And they told me. And everybody had a different answer. And that's okay. We so often think that they don't necessarily get it, but they do. And I use that language with them of what's your prediction and what's your evidence? What do you think and why? So I wanted to show you, because we put this in a little over 48 hours ago. We put it in, today is April 1st. We put these eggs into the vinegar about 9:30 in the morning on March 30th. So here's what they look like now in the jars. You can see we got some stuff floating in there. This is the one with the pepper, so it has a lot floating. This one we didn't add anything. So it just has what is coming off the eggs on there. So I'm going to open these up, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what's going on in there. And I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take out the egg, and I'm going to show you what's happening with this egg. So I'm just going to use my spoon because I'm not really interested in trying to stick my hands in to the whole thing of vinegar. So you can see this is what it looks like now. It's very funny. Okay, this is our egg. It's very squishy. You can actually see the yolk in there. If you turn it around, you see it moving in there. Super interesting. And then something else we noticed, we were experimenting. We said, what would it look like if we put a flashlight to it, right? Check this out. Now, you and I might know why that's happening. Why does it look like this? Why does it glow so clearly? Why is it soft? Why can we see the yolk so well? We might know these answers, but they don't. They're going to learn them. And all we need to do is support them in exploring these things. Now, this is one of the best things. I said this looked like a squishy ball, right? So what happens when we drop it on the floor? Bounce. Now that is so fun and interesting because the kids never expect something like that. They have no understanding beforehand what's happening and why. But now that we've done this experiment, there is so much room to talk about it. Why did this happen? Why does it look like this? What else could we do? One of the things I might do with my students is actually cut these open and let them see what's going on inside of them. And we might drop a regular egg. We might take an egg, drop a regular egg, and see what happens. What does it look like on the floor? Then let's drop our now vinegar egg. Does it do the same thing? No, it won't. But that experience of them trying that is so fun to them. And there's a little bit of cleanup involved. Like right now, I'm going to wipe up my floor and I'll have to do like a little cleanup. Just spray and clean it up because it's got a little mess there. But it's not a major project. And there are lots of easy, fun projects like this that it really just takes a couple minutes a day to explore them, and give them a chance to just have fun with it. And you know what? You might have fun with it too. I bet you will. So that's our vinegar egg experiment from Christina from the Woodland Playhouse. And if you guys have any suggestions of things that other things we could do, please give me a shout. If you have any questions, I'm available. All right. And happy science.